Welcome to Zero's Game Room, where all things gaming takes place. Interviews, discussions, and the latest gaming news. So take a seat, get comfortable, adjust your headset, because
check
it's
in, get yourself
game time.
comfortable, because we're talking
Here's your host,
Super Smash
Zero.
Brothers today. It is I, Zero, and...
Ompred.
Oh, wow, you sound so unhappy, buddy.
You know what, man? You told me to get comfortable. That's what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, you sound angry. Why are you so heated, man? We're talking about Super Smash Brothers, like the greatest...
That's exactly why I'm mad.
Why? Because we're talking about Super Smash Bros. And because you can't beat me in a match?
No, that's not the point.
Okay, what's the point then?
I'm gonna kick your ass after this podcast. But I wish for me, I want to give this game a 10 out of 10.
Okay,
but I can't.
Well, I put it number one on my top 5 from last week. Well, okay, let's set the table here. What do you think of this game?
I think it's a great fighting game. I think they put a lot of polish and work into the fighting mechanics. I think if you played Smash from the 64, Melee, Wii U, or the Wii or whatever, I think you'll find this very welcoming to new and veterans.
All right.
I am frustrated that they have so many new modes.
You're so frustrated.
I'm so
It's funny. I'm looking
like,
at him and he's so angry.
I'm so angry. I'm so red. And I mean this in the best way possible. Like I never want the worst for any kind of games I don't want to play.
Right.
But I'm frustrated that they have so many modes that they could have used to unlock new characters and they're just not utilized. And half the time I'm just like, why is this Spirit Worlds? And I'm like,
okay. There's a lot.
I know.
There's a lot to unpackage there.
Yeah.
First, let's start off with the whole Spirit World. Like I guess what they're calling it. It's not a story mode, but it's the quote unquote story mode. It's basically what the Spirit World is. What we're gonna call it. I think it's called World of Light. I think that's what it's exactly called, the World of Light. And this is essentially taking place for the Subspace Emissary that was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. We didn't get any of that in Smash 4, which was Wii U and 3DS. So now looking forward into Smash for the Switch, Smash Ultimate, we got some sort of story. I'm using air quotes. That's why I'm saying it like that. But they don't know what I'm doing. So, but yeah, it's a pseudo story mode. You go around on this board and you fight random characters with certain conditions that have to be met, and you equip spirits of your own to, battle on. What I will say, it's very long, and I thought it was pretty fun. I was having fun, but you, on the other hand, you didn't think it was that great. And granted, I've lost a little bit of love because literally I came into the studio today, and Ompred had some news for me.
Yeah, that so in the Spirit World, there's Galeem, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I think Galeem. I think that's the dude's name.
So that's the first map. Spoilers.
Spoilers in 3,
so if you don't know,
2, 1. Go skip like a solid minute if you haven't been in the World of Light yet.
I'll try to make this fast. So the World of Light, that's one part, and they don't tell you that. So once you defeat Galem, whatever, you have to go defeat the darkness, and then after that, that's when you have to defeat the light and dark. And I was just like, there's no real story, and that's what I came into it in. There's just...
There's a lot to do, because you have to realize now, like you said, once you beat the World of Light, now you have to beat the World of Darkness. It's an entire map in and of its own, right?
So the big map that you had in the beginning, it's another big map, so it's another, For me, Spirits was frustrating because I liked how they had to implement that you need certain spirits to move certain things. You have to make
interact with the bridge, So you needed to get the people from Animal Crossing, the sheep and the goat thing.
You need that.
Yeah.
And then if you want to destroy Boulder, for me in the beginning it was like the links. It was like the 3 colored ones. I'm so stupid.
The 3 links? Oh, they had that for you. For me, it was Blast Man, the bomb.
Well, in the beginning it was the links, but then after that it was Blast Man.
Oh wow! So I've had Blast. I guess there's different ones that can do it, but still,
I think that was I thought that was a cool addition because it forced you to fight those spirits if you want to progress through the game, which was cool. The problem that I didn't like was that it didn't indicate which spirits were important, and half the time you think, why would you want to skip spirit battles to get to the main spirits? Like, shouldn't the game be fun? The game is fun, and I like the challenges that they bring. But the biggest problem that I see is that they're cheap about it. Sometimes there's just grudge matches where it's 1 against 8. Here you go. Hopefully you beat it. And you're like, wait, what the hell? And they're grabbing you constantly. And you're just like, I just came in the game 2 seconds ago. Now my ass is getting kicked.
Kind of like very early on for me. And I didn't have the spirit to combat the condition. Was like every once in a while the controls are like reversed on you. And then for me, I kind of got screwed, and I was like, this is really hard. How do I combat this? Granted, I ended up being cheap and just using Kirby, flying up and down B, down special, but still, I shouldn't have to do that. Like, there should be some sort of order to this, you know? Like, granted, because it's very open world, you can go into like at the beginning you can choose up, right, or left, but I feel like most people are going to gravitate to the left because it's Marth. The other two characters were characters that I was just kind of like,
they don't do damage.
I wasn't really a big fan about, so I feel like
not
a majority.
Big fan of Sheik or a big fan of
neither was I. So moving on from there, I feel like, I guess you could have found one, but I guess what the game wants you to do is to go find a spirit to help you, and sometimes they come later in the game when you're like, great, I wish I had you earlier. So I can 100% agree with that. In the spirit world, there are a lot of things that it feels unfair. You know, there's one where like they're all metal and it's you and it's a timed battle. There was one in particular that I hated with a fiery passion. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you had the easiest time with this one. It was fighting Zero Suit Samus. It was a timed stamina battle, and the floor was poison. I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't think I remember that one.
Okay, for me, I remember that one because I hated it because she would dodge a lot, and it's like I have a minute to knock, or no, it was like 2 minutes. Oh, and on top of which, it was 2 minutes because I think after a certain time, her defense increased, so you were doing less damage in a stamina battle.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated.
It was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, I found the polar bear, which, by the way, if you really want to be cheap, you could equip the polar bear, support spirit with any regular spirit, and that gives you like super armor. I think another character that has that was, oh my gosh, what's his name? Regigigas. That's another spirit you could use, but it gives you Invinci armor. So the only thing you're susceptible to is being thrown, but you move slowly. But once they hit you, you don't get stunned. So you just use Kirby's side B and exactly. So that's what I did. Well, I used his hammer, not even the up B. I used the side hammer. But still, I feel like there were some that were very cheap, and I felt like it wasn't fair, and I got frustrated with because it's like, like, I get it. Smash is supposed to be hard and difficult sometimes, but it shouldn't feel cheap. I should feel I lost because I wasn't good.
You're trash. It's not you're trash because you didn't practice that character enough. You're bad he's
attacking me.
You're bad because you're not good about that character. You're bad because you just didn't know how to do the right combos.
Right.
No, you're bad because we're being cheap, and you're like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, even just take a look. A lot of complaints have been going around. This is something I wanted to touch on real quick, and it was on Twitter, and I even sent it to you that the latest update, which was released, I think it's like 1.20 or something like that, 1.2 or 1.1, whatever it is, the latest update as of this recording when it's going up. Basically, it doesn't say what exactly it did, but from what I was getting around Twitter and whatnot, apparently when you unlock the characters, a lot of people were saying that they were too difficult to unlock, like they were having and it was really annoying and it was a struggle. So the update says that they now changed the difficulty. It didn't say it was easier, but just from what has been going around. And to me, all I said was like, man, people really suck at this game. Because I think I only struggled with one. I struggled with Greninja. That one I did struggle.
Yes!
Yo, you struggled with that too?
Oh my god, it was so stupid. It was like the last character I couldn't unlock.
Yeah, me neither. He was my last one.
It's like
he was so fast. His stage, I see. That's one of the moments I knew that this game was cheap with that. Yes. And this is my own fault. Some people could be like, "Well, it's your fault. You should have known." I've always played on Omega stages. I'm not the biggest fan of like the hazards and whatnot. And when you fight these characters, you don't get
hazards.
They're on hazards on it. Well, little did I know, at one point, the stage, their water rushes through it.
Yes.
And that's almost like an insta-kill if you're not prepared for it. Yeah. So I'm using Zero Suit Samus, and I'm kicking his butt, and then he jumps up, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait for him to come down. Yeah. The platforms come up, and then it's rush, and I just died. I was like, what?
And then you got to wait 10 minutes. And then
the cooldown.
The biggest... Can I say the B word?
Yeah, I'll let you drop it.
The biggest banana. the biggest complaint that I have about the character. So let's say you fail to get him, right?
Okay.
What happens? What do you do? Does it tell you?
The game says he will reappear sometime. I know where you're going with this.
It doesn't tell you how to go back to that character. And even you were like, yeah.
No, I didn't know. When you told me, because I was like, I lost to this. I guess I'm going to have to keep playing.
Yes, and you're like, oh, he's going to come back in that rotation to unlock characters.
Uh-huh.
They don't do
that. They don't. You actually have to go into games and more, and a little red door appears after a certain amount of time, too.
Yeah, it's like a 10-minute timer.
Yeah.
And it's a small
there's actually, as of right now, I haven't done too much research, but it's not even a 10-minute cooldown. It just kind of, as of right now, to my knowledge, it just kind of appears when it
feels like it?
Yeah, it feels like
when
it.
Sakurai
at least it felt like it. He's like, another person bought Smash Ultimate. Time to release the doors. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure there's a mathematical thing to it, depending on how much you play. Because that even of itself goes into the characters themselves. Like, really quick, I want to talk about... Because, we talked about, unlocking characters. It can be cheap. And I know it seems like we're bashing Smash.
It's a good game, but it's frustrating
sometimes. It's frustrating. And it feels kind of cheap sometimes, the way you unlock characters, which is what I wanted to talk about. Which, on Pred, I think I had a more...
pleasant experience?
Yeah, I did. Because I understood the game mechanics for unlocking all the characters. For example, the characters you unlock are, if you don't go into classic mode at least, because it's a different algorithm if you play classic mode. But if you're just playing regularly, the game measures distance. Distance as in like you playing on the board. It does not include you playing on, the board on the Spirit Realm?
Yeah.
The World of Light, that doesn't count. No, it means actual battle.
In the battle.
Yeah, that counts as distance. And as proof of this, what I did was I did a 20-minute battle. It was one stock against two players, and I left the other player near the edge, and I just ran back and forth for 20 minutes.
Boring.
It's boring. Yes. I then knocked him out.
Yeah.
A character came at me, which was Ness. Then, because I've accumulated enough distance time, I would just go into a one-stock match, suicide myself, self-destruct, I guess is what they call it, and I would get another character. And so I unlocked them relatively easy. And there is a specific order. Ness, Zelda, Bowser, Pit, Inkling, Villager. Now, granted, if you're playing the World of Light in combination with this method, you're going to unlock everybody really easily, which is kind of what I did. But if you go into like classic mode, if you play as Mario, you'll then unlock Sonic. If you go through it again through Sonic, you'll get Bayonetta. There's these charts all over the internet, so... specifically, the guy I was watching, what I'm going to give credit, is Austin John Plays. He's the one who came up with this, and these are the videos I saw. So I will say it's a bit frustrating, especially with like that 10-minute cooldown of unlocking another character, which was easy to get around because you would just exit the game, close the app, and go back in. But I feel like, there was a lot of frustrating points when it comes to unlocking characters.
I think maybe I want to reiterate that. I think unlocking characters is a great feeling. I enjoyed unlocking them.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
I think for me, and this is where we differ, so maybe it's not, I can't really blame the game. And I feel like I wished what they would have done is they have so many modes like Squad Strike, they have Smash, they have Spirit World, they have Classic Mode. I wish certain characters were be hit behind the certain modes. Like, okay, play this mode. Cool. Do that challenge. Oh, cool. Hit the sandbag this far. Unlock a character. Maybe not unlock it, but fight it. I wish that was a better route because all I found myself doing was going to the Spirit World, doing 3 matches, exiting, finding a character, cool, beat him, great. Let's go back to Spirit World, do 3, back, Spirit. It was just...
It was monotonous.
Yeah, it was just a pattern of it's a chore. And I wish it wasn't oh, damn, dude, man, I did Century Smash. It was super annoying, but goddamn, now I can fucking face Captain Falco. No,
Captain Falcon,
yeah, Captain Falcon.
Yes, of course.
The game.
Yeah, I know a video game. No, I get you, because it kind of goes back to Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. You had to do certain things, like play a certain amount of time to unlock Game & Watch or Mewtwo, and you had to do a lot of these things. And before, I kind of didn't agree with you in the sense that maybe people don't want to do Century Smash. I haven't, but I'm gonna go back on my statement, and now I'm gonna say this. I think you're right. I don't say that often.
I know I'm right all the time, but you just don't like to give me credit.
Right. Of course. Yeah. No, but let's go with that. No, but I'm gonna say you're right, because if you did, at least if the game showed you like, hey, try this, try Century Smash, or try fighting this, then it gives you an incentive. It's basically the game guiding you. Hey, you should try this out, and if you do, will give you a present, and the present is you get a chance to fight these guys. Granted, as if they were really that difficult, like Greninja, each their own, but still,
like. I think that would have been cool, like the collection mode, where it show you different pictures once you completed a challenge.
Oh yeah. Those unlock.
That would be a good time for them to say, "Hey, play Smash. If you have to do 5 against 1 on a level 9 CPU, fine." But if you
I don't know how many people would be fine with that.
Okay.
I mean, the CPUs are actually kind of difficult in this game.
So maybe a level 2, whatever. Just beat a level 2 CPU or attempt Century Smash. And it'll tell you, hey,
it's like
do this and unlock a question marks. Oh my god, who am I going to fight?
Yeah.
Bam. It tells you what to do. And that would have been so cool. But like, oh, damn, let me try this mode out that they put time into. But now it's a chore. Just, okay, and there's 60 freaking characters, so you got to do a lot. It's a lot.
I did do it all, because I did do that. Like I said, it was a little monotonous. It was because, like I said, I did the 20 minutes of running just around with Pikachu, killed the guy, and then kept getting out of the game, going back in, SDing, and I just unlocked characters. It did take about an hour to unlock everybody, an hour, maybe 90 minutes to be exact, depending on characters, and some of them were really dumb. Some of them SD'd on themselves. Yeah,
the AI in this game,
it's either really ridiculously cheap
or they suicide for whatever reason. And like, I swear to you, Zero, there's like times where I had to face the super hard spirits. And like, I would just be so damn frustrated. I was like, man, I just can't get them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they just suicide. I'm like, what? Like, I put so much effort, and then they just say, no, screw it.
Yeah, there was ones where it's like, it was just so difficult. And then just one time, it's like, there was one. I remember exactly which one. It was Princess Peach. It was a stamina battle, and Donkey Kong and Mario were there.
Yeah, it was the Paulina.
Paulina one.
I was so mad. And
I only won that because eventually she SD'd.
on the bottom. I was so frustrated because I tried every tactic, and I was like, cool, let me do shooting battles. Let me use Fox. Didn't work.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to go in with Captain Falcon and I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to chase her down.
Didn't work.
No.
Because Donkey Kong is so cheap and Mario's cheap, and she runs like a
that's what she's meant to do. She's like, it even says like she avoids avoid conflict.
And I was so frustrated.
And it was a timed battle too, timed and stamina.
And the moment I was able to beat both of them, I was like, finally, I can just hit her every so often.
Yeah.
I had 20 seconds and then I lost. I was like,
I'm
so done with this game. And the only way that I got her, like you said, was because she suicided.
Yeah, she did too. She was floating down at the wrong time.
Bye! You're not going to get that satisfaction. I was like, come on! It was at different points in the game. Like,
yeah, I get you.
And like doing spirit modes where, like, even if it's not a legendary character, like, it's either they know your inputs, and I think it's hard to balance a fighting game because how do you train a CPU to be human-like? And I would hate how if I do a really strong power attack, it's either A, they're at the perfect pixel to where they're not going to get hit by it, or B, they walk into it. And I'm just like, I'm like, why?
With all this that we're talking about, it makes it seem like Smash is a horrible game. No, it's actually really great. It's just when it comes to unlocking characters and the spirit world, I think it's pretty fun. I still am enjoying it, but now that I know that there's so much still left to go, it's going to wear out its welcome a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But as for Smash Bros' sake, if you're not into all this and you just really want to play with your friends, Smash Bros. Ultimate is the way to go.
It's a great party fun game. I know people are like, no, it's a fighting game. It's a great party game mode. It's a really great
fighting game. Is Street Fighter, and
it's very competitive. But with Smash, I can invite different people over.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Who do we know? Grayson.
Who do you know?
Hey, Grayson, right?
Oh, I'm actually going to have Grayson and Claudia come over this weekend, and we're probably going to play it.
You can just be like, hey, Claudia, hey, just pick up a Joy-Con. Let's have fun. Hey, Grayson, hey, pick up a Joy-Con.
Well, I have the adapter, so I'll use like GameCube controller.
Whatever, Mr. Moneybags.
Oh, what? No, I just had it from the Wii U era.
Zero's rich game room.
Just kidding. How much do I pay you? Not at all.
You don't pay me enough. This is an internship. I'm just kidding.
I hope one day we are big enough where we can have an intern to help us out. That'd be nice.
Gonna be a diva.
Oh my gosh. Let it be known in the Smash Bros. Episode.
Yes.
Onpred says he wants to be a diva.
I wanna be a diva.
But like I said, I kind of want to wrap this up in the last minute that we have. That like this is a solid game. We don't want to make it seem like it's a bad game at all.
I like Smash. I like how there's customized. I think that's very welcoming.
Yeah.
I like Squad Strike a lot for whatever reason. I like Classic Mode because I get to brag to you that I got 9.9 and I got like the highest points because I know you're trash. Like I like having that bragging rights, and Smash is able to do that.
And just like I like having the bragging rights of not losing to you.
Oh, well, after we're gonna play and
Okay.
you're gonna lose.
You're
so
gonna lose.
You can
All right.
send a tweet that you lost.
Okay, I'll send a tweet.
I'll take a screenshot.
Fine, just like I have a screenshot of you losing to me.
No, don't do it.
That's not okay.
No. People don't need to know.
Well, let's wrap this up then.
Okay.
Overall, Smash is good. You
Yes.
should buy it. It's definitely a game that you should own on your Switch, along with Zelda and Mario. It's amazing. It's my number one on my top 5, but there are some complaints to it, and I get it. You know, it's a little monotonous unlocking all the characters, but you also have to realize, you know, there's only so many characters and ways of unlocking it. They had to try to keep it consistent. I get it, but those spirits, some of them are really cheap, and that's my biggest complaint. Just some of them felt really cheap, and it like I said, it wasn't because I had to get good. It was because they were just being cheap.
And you had to abuse certain characters.
Yeah. Which I felt dirty doing it, but it's like I was tired of doing it. It's like I want to win already. But overall, I think Smash is a game you should get 100%. What would you say?
You should buy it. I love it. I think it's a great game. If it wasn't for the characters, unlocking them, and Spirit, if I think Spirit Worlds was a little bit better, just to whatever it was done, the game is already an 8 out of 10 for me. But if that wasn't the problem, I would give this game a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a really good game.
That's pretty solid. Yeah.
It's frustrating. We're just ranting.
Yeah, I know.
But it's a really good game. Don't get me wrong. If you have the money for it, go buy it. It's Christmas time, bug your mom about it. Tell her that you'll be a good little boy or girl for the rest of the year if you get the game. That's
a solid way to end it. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of ZGR. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at Zero's Game Room, on Facebook at Zero's Gaming Room, or just shoot us an email at zerosgameroom@gmail.com. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye. I feel like we're going to just do that every week, aren't we? Bye. This week's ZGR is officially closed.
Yes. Bye.